So because these guys can't shed their fibre, they can't live outside. It'll just grow to a certain point and then it'll start matting up. So this is fibre that's been needle felted, so it's basically just a big mat of fur. So yeah, they'll get too hot with all this on and pass from heat exhaustion. So they can't live outside. They've got nothing in their coat to protect them from the wild, from the weather now, so it's just pure clean fibre, not like sheep's wool has the lanolin through it, so that protects their skin, but if they got wet, it'd just go straight through. Just so she's nice and safe. And they share alpacas and llamas all tied up like this as well. Except they don't get this fancy table that's designed especially for
I'd imagine they probably put up more of a fight as well, don't they?
Yeah. Find your feet under that fluff.
Superman.
Right, I'm just gonna stretch her out a little bit. But she's not really tight, it's still a bit loose. Just to pull out any wrinkles, you don't want to get a wrinkle pulled in here. I'll show you how this works. I've done it early before, just to do the short stuff. She's a little bit ticklish, this bunny. This vibrates a bit, so when I go in here, she's going to give a bit of a wiggle. She's only being tickled.
Oh.
So this is just a normal sheep shearing handpiece. The only thing different is this piece here, the comb. We're using Australian invented combs. Our Kiwi combs have a few more teeth, these spiky bits, so they're a little bit wider, and this outside longer bit actually flicks around like that. So it's about that big, so it's a little bit too big to use for the bunnies. And our machine has been geared down to run a little bit slower too, so this piece going side to side doing all the cutting is going slower, so I can therefore go slower, cut slower and more gentle, not like they do with sheep in there.
They're pretty rough,
Racing through pretty quick, yeah. And I'll try not to tickle you too much. Right. So there is around 200 grams, if that, of fibre. It looks like a lot, but very,
Really light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to use this to make yarn, it needs to be blended with sheep's wool. So this is 100% here, and just from people handling it, you can see it's starting to mat up. So if I wash that as well, it would shrink in like that. So it needs to be blended with sheep's wool to stop that happening. So the sheep's wool has little hooks on each fibre, so it'll grab onto this and it'll fluff it all out. And sheep's wool's got quite a bit of a crimp and it's bouncy, so it'll bounce it out too. So this is blended, this is this stuff knitted up with a bit of extra stuff stuck to it. But you can see it's still nice and fluffy and soft. And also, if you were to wear something 100%, you won't be able to wear it for very long because it's so hot.
Really?
Yeah, so it cools it down a bit. So all these little bits that are too short for the yarn, see, like we've got to pick out all those little bits out of the yarn because it'll just ball up into a little matted ball. We keep them put aside for the nesting boxes for the So we don't have to worry about her getting cold now. The lines that you can see from the handpiece within sort of a couple of days it'll be gone. It springs away that quick. So if they feel cold, it'll grow faster. But if they're too hot, it'll slow down, but it'll just be still too hot for them. So we're just going to make sure they don't get too warm. So in the shed we have a temperature control system. So when it hits 15 degrees, it lets the blinds down and lets the air flow through to cool it down. Oh, you tickle tummy. Oh, hang on. Look at your little footsies. Yeah, put them out for me. Just to see them leaving these all mash up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll it over. Yeah, just about long flat down. We'll flatten the back in a minute. There you go. Now it's going to be real slippery.
Can I touch you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my goodness.
It's nice and soft.
Oh, you silly guy.
right first. Matai! Leave your stick, leave your stick. Ready? Matai! Matai! Maui! Maui! Yeah, I think we understand how the game goes. Alright, so now what's going to happen is we do need to eliminate players so that we're only left with one standing. How you are eliminated is if you run in the wrong direction, you're out. If you drop the stick that you go towards, you're out. If you cut corners, you know, if you want to decide you're going to the inside of the stick instead, you're out. And if you make someone else miss their stick, I'm going to eliminate you. Okay, so it's simple as long as you follow the rules, instructions, you should win. Ready? Okay, reminder, Mata is to the right, Maui is to the left. Here we go. Maui! Just leave the stick. Okay? Okay, ready? Maui! Yeah, that's it. Maui! Matai! Maui! There we have our first elimination, everybody. She ran in the wrong direction. You ran in the wrong way. So we have to eliminate you. Okay.
Now we're trying. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so just going to take it out of Ted. We're moving to expert mode.
Oh, yeah. Level up.
Ready? Reminder, Mato is to the right, Maui is to the left. Maui! GP straight away.
Look. Over here. Yep, gotcha.
You ready? Mato right, Maui left. Run in the wrong direction. Oh, you see. Ready? Mato! Yes, you did run in the right direction.
So if you just swing it out a bit more, you should be able to do it. There we go. Well done, fast learners, I think. So, it has become a custom to our ladies that we do the point in time. So in the count of 3, we're going to catch our point 3 times. Here we go, ladies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Almost. Well, we're going to continue on practicing that action with our lovely maiden here. Those of you that are watching, you don't get away with it too easy. You're going to help them out with a few words. Words that go like so. Repeating after me. Orere.
Orere.
Taku poi.
Taku poi.
Orere taku poi.
Orere taku poi.
Towards the sky. Repeating after me again. Kirunga.
Kirora.
Bringing down towards the ground. Kirara.
Kirara.
You're going to step back on your right foot or turn to the right, bringing your point towards your right hip. This here is kiroto.
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 Stepping out, bringing your point with you. Kiwaho.
Kiwaho.
Now back to the beginning. Erere taku poi.
Orere taku poi.
Kiruga.
Kiruga.
Now how can we end up? Erere taku poi.
Orere taku poi. Orere taku poi. Kiora. Topo. Kimaho. Orere taku poi.
All at one time. Here we go. Chama!
Hey!
Feels like a painting on the wall, and on the colors. Dragonflies and waterfalls, a new life in common. The ashes merge into steel. Now I'm standing still, I'm an endless music flow, and I'm the whole I can hear inside a hole. I don't believe in ghosts, and all the stories tell the path is blocked, and all the stories tell the path is blocked. But I'm the key of fitting the
Now the story behind the Lady Knox actually starts around about 100 years ago. But back then, this area was nothing more than a barren wilderness covered in light shrub and bush. And not too far from where you folks parked your cars this morning was a prison camp. In fact, it was the first open prison in New Zealand. Now the prisoners who were sent there, well, it was their job to clear the land of the light bush and shrub and to prepare the land for the planting of pine trees. And in fact, most of the forest you see between Rotorua and Taupo, and including this one in front of you, were originally started using prison labour. And it was a gang of those prisoners that came across this local hot spring. But again, what they saw 100 years ago is not what we are seeing now. All that was here was a beautiful clear hot water spring with a little ledge around about so high around it. Now you get a pretty good idea on what this rock formation will look like then, but on a much smaller scale. If you look to this rock formation over here, now if you look carefully folks, you will see a shrubby looking plant which is literally growing out of the rock. Now that is manuka, or New Zealand tea tree, and its base marks the ledge of what would have been, back in those days, another hot spring. Now 100 years ago folks, New Zealand prison life was rather primitive. Those prisoners were about a half a day stumpy horse ride from Rotorua, and they didn't have any access to the luxuries of life which we have today. But more importantly folks, they didn't have access to constant hot water. So it was a gang of those prisoners who thought it would be a rather clever idea to use the water from this hot spring here to wash their dirty clothes in. Now they will save them the trouble of having to go to firewood and to boiling water. So one morning, a group of those prisoners came down to this very hot spring with their soap, their dirty washing and their scrubbing brushes. They dipped their clothes into the hot spring, they pulled them out, they scrubbed them up with some soap, then they dropped them back into the hot spring to rinse them off. Now what happened next was those prisoners got one heck of a fright. What actually happened was this hot spring erupted. So sending their clothes skywards, they got a heck of a fright and they ran through the bushes behind me here. Now we now know what those prisoners did. The soap which they used broke the surface tension between the two chambers of water beneath the natural reservoir, which is the geyser here, forcing that superheated water from underneath to come up through those cooler levels of water and out through the top and an eruption. Now that is what we're going to do this morning, but instead of using soap, we now use a 100% biodegradable substance called surfactant, which has been chemically engineered to do the exact same thing to the geyser, but to leave no harmful contaminants in the environment or do any damage to the Lady Knox geyser here. Now very soon you'll see bubbles starting to form around the top of the vent as that hot water mixes with the cooler levels of water. You'll see the water start to surge as she builds up into her first full eruption. Now it is rather hard to judge on how quickly this geyser here will start erupting after I add the surfactant. It can be about 1 minute or it can be about 10 minutes. So I vary my speech accordingly and run away if I have to. Now to get from something, folks, that was like from this rock formation over here to this, what actually happened was those same prisoners came back to the hot spring and they decided to build a chimney. And the reason for doing that was purely for their own entertainment. Because back in those days, they didn't have access to TVs, videos, or any of that sort of gear. They had to create their own fun. So by piling rocks around the mouth of the geyser, it forced that water into a smaller opening, which made a stronger jet of water, which sent their clothes even higher. But then Mother Nature came along, and she gave the geyser this white metal using a mineral called silica. Now that's in the geyser water. Each time there's an eruption, water falls over these rocks, where it's the wind and the sun, which evaporates the water and leaves behind this distinctive cone shape and colour which we are seeing today. Now the geyser will still naturally erupt without me adding the surfactant. Her natural eruption cycle is somewhere between the 24-hour to 72-hour period. And back in the 1900s, people used to come out and camp not too far from where your cars are parked today to see if they could watch the geyser naturally erupt. But chances are, folks, they probably would have missed the geyser. So time it nicely that you will get to see her. She's been induced study now since the 1930s, and she's still playing as strong as she did then. Now the geyser is named after Lady Constance Knox. Now quite honestly, folks, in New Zealand's history, she wasn't all that important, but her father was, and he was a gentleman called Lord Ranfurly, and he was New Zealand's 15th Governor General at that time. Now in May of 1903, he was out here with his family, visiting the local prison, just to see how that prison camp was getting on. To mark the occasion of that visit, his daughter, the Lady Constance Knox, came down to the geyser here, she induced it, and that's how the name sort of came about, okay? Quick little bit of geology about the geyser. She's about 150 years old. The natural reservoir below her contains about 27,000 litres of water. She can play for up to 1 hour, and she can play between the heights of 10 and 20 metres. But how high she goes for and how long she goes for is totally dependent on the amount of water in the natural reservoir below her. Now just quickly, you can now find geysers in 3 main areas in the world. The largest cluster is in Yellowstone National Park in the United States. Some smaller groupings in Kamchatka in Russia, and another further cluster in Iceland. And actually, it's from Iceland that gives us the word geyser. Now in English, that simply means to gush forth. Now down here in New Zealand, folks, we do not call these geysers, okay? A geyser to us is a 2-legged elderly gentleman, not one of these. So take plenty of photos and enjoy your day here with us at Waitomo Thermal Wonderland. Thank you very much.
is cleft for me, and the room is picking up my cues. It spins and waits to see if you'll take